Good morning from another studio vlog. This week it's all about preparation for Manga Comic Con in Leipzig at Leipzig Book Fair. It's a really big event. I'm sort of stressed about it already. And I did just get a text message from FedEx that my new sock designs are finally out for delivery after them being stuck in customs for way too long now. And we had to have so many phone calls and emails back and forth for them to sort it out. As you can tell, I'm tired just thinking about it. So I'm gonna head over to my studio now and then start the unboxing and preparation for one of my biggest cons of the year. I'll come take you along. It is now the next day. I needed a little bit of a break between carrying all of those boxes, doing the unboxing, and then I headed to IKEA to get more of the transparent storage boxes. I've been saying boxes way too much, so that I can pack all of them. Since now that I have the socks, I can show them to you a little bit better. This is the Metamorkid design. It wraps around, so you have her on one of the corners, and it has of course the Kabujiro X Metamorkid with the size. This is the larger size, I have the smaller size here as well. And this is the Pandora Nox design, which of course has her iconic pussy dress, which went all over the internet. And I really like how the colors turned out. I thought the silver shade would be metallic, but it's not. But it still looks pretty cool. So yeah, happy about this one as well. And then what I didn't properly show you before is I also got the next two Patreon sock designs, which is the birds to match, wait, this way around so that it connects well. My ability to hold things in the camera today are non-existent, sorry about that. So we have the birds that match the dress shirt, although these are in green. And I've been thinking ever since I made the socks if I should have made the shirt in green as well, since the beige color looks great on a lot of people but not on everybody, so I'm kind of unsure. But I do like the green color of the socks a lot, and these are the smaller size, and they have the size on the front. And then we have the updated version of our lucky cats and dolls sock version. I had one of these, it was pink and purple, and it had a lot of less like dolls on it and a lot less detail. As you can see, this has an insane amount of detail in some of the characters. I'm really happy with how the colors turned out, and I'm now on to the packaging step. I got the approval from Metamorkid and Pandora Nox yesterday for their wraparound packaging, so that we can send that into production, and it'll hopefully be here soon. I'm actually meeting up with Pandora on Thursday, today is Tuesday, because she has a drag show at Tokyo Boom, which you saw 2 vlogs ago. I had my little art market there. She does dinner and drag boom, dinner and drag. I am bad with names. Once a month there, and she gave me a ticket, and I'm gonna bring by the socks. So yeah, that's the update on the socks. I now have way too many sock designs in stock. I think I counted recently, it's around 6,000 pairs of socks that I have sitting in boxes and on my shelves. So I hope Leipzig Book Fair, which is not this weekend but the weekend after, is a big success. Last year that was my record for the amount of socks I sold at one event, and I'm hoping to break that this year because I have more than twice as many designs, and it's designs that are a lot more popular than the old ones ever were. So I think that is enough rambling. I need to get to work. What I've been working on now, which I can show you, I'll get my laptop. I was going to, wait, I'm just gonna move you over here. So what we have here is all of the sock labels. So we have the original designs. This was the Lucky Cat design I just talked about in these colors. We had the original Pride socks and the bubble tea. This was the first design I ever did. I still have a few of these left, but then they're gone for good. And most of the top ones, so everything up until around here, they're not coming back. And then here we have the ones that I have in 2 sizes as well. So we have the Warrior, the Dark Spirit socks. This is the smaller size and this is the larger size. And I made them different colors so that when I'm packing orders, but also at conventions, I can easily tell if somebody grabbed the correct design. And here we have the new designs. So we have the Metamorphic design, which I think matches the socks really well. I hope the shade of red matches. I might need to make it a slightly bit cooler because the red on here is, I mean, of course, this is a digital screen and this is a physical product, but this shade of red is slightly warmer and I might need to touch that up. And then we have the dark version for the larger size. And then this is the Pandora Nox design. It is, of course, the same illustration again, but similar to Meta's, I did some touch up and I added some shade and some grain, which you can see quite well here, to give it a bit more texture and make it a bit more visually interesting. This should hopefully match the pink quite well, but be a bit darker for contrast. And this should match the purple on the sole. Yeah, so these are the 2 here. And then of course we have the Lucky Cats and the dolls. For the cats I used this cat that is on the cover. It's always hard to pick which one. And for the birds, it's not this one, it's this bird, but mirrored for the packaging. Yeah. I hope I might need to change this color right here to this beige, just in order, because if it's the exact same shade of green on both sizes, when I pick them up to check what size it is, I might mix them up, which would not be good. Yeah, the design for these is the same, except that instead of my font, they have their logos and I added official collaboration. This is the wrong color. Look at me fixing things right before they should go into print. Probably nobody would have ever noticed that those were slightly a different color, the second text boxes that have their social media handle and official collaboration, so that people don't accuse me of stealing their designs. No, we do know each other. So yeah, these are all of my socks. I'm gonna send off the order for these in a second. And the other thing I've been working on all morning is my convention display. Wait, let's open the original one as well. So this was my setup for last week's vlog, which you might have seen. This was Button Festival. We had 3 meters and then in between our clothing rod. And it looked more or less like this. I had to get rid of these 2 because I ran out of grid cubes because the table wasn't deep enough, so I had to use them somewhere else instead. And then this is my planned setup for Leipzig Book Fair. It's a corner table, so just imagine that this is where it wraps around the corner and these 2 grid cubes are at a 90-degree angle. On the large front, we have something quite similar to what I had at Button Festival, but mirrored so that the socks are in the center so that people from both sides can see them well. We have the box of art prints. We use all of the vertical height for print displays, charms, pins, and then this is all the big pin section. And I'm adding my acrylic charms and I'm taking my stand that you can spin with me as well. And then on the shorter side of the table of the corner, I have not a clothing rod, but kind of an open space with grid cubes, which will make more sense in next week's vlog when I actually show you what it looks like to have my shirts in all of the sizes with the price sign in red. And then one of each shirt on a hanger hanging. I hope this has enough height. It might look more like this probably, but that shouldn't be a problem. I need to actually measure the height of the shirts of the XS size so that I can hang them up and people and know how big it fits, because this is all to scale in my Illustrator file. This is my sticker board, these are my postcard boards, these are all ready, so I just need to plop them up, and then more A4 prints and A3 prints on both sides. And this is the tiered acrylic display that I have for the pins over here as well, this time for the stickers. And here's just the same version again without any of the displays so that I can count how many grid cubes I need. I'm gonna bring probably around 110. I need 98, but I sometimes miscount or don't build most efficiently or need extra structure support somewhere, for example behind these, so that it doesn't wobble too much. So that's why it looks like this. I always recommend doing a quick test setup like this because it makes your life so much easier. At this point for smaller events I really don't need to, because I've done the same setup so often that all I really need to do is go through my mental library of events I've done and kind of just start building up whatever suits the space best. And since often the table sizes aren't the size that they are in the contract or things move around, you cannot plan everything perfectly to begin with anyways. But for a big event like Leipzig Book Fair, which is like one of my big 3 events of the year next to Dokumi and maybe Vienna Comic Con, like those big events that I do really well at and where I know I've been before, I know what the setup is, it's a very professional event, so the sizes do all match up. I want to be as prepared as possible and maximize my suitcase space in such a way that I can bring as much product, since I do sell out of a lot of things there. I really need to figure out how many pairs of socks I want to bring to Leipzig Book Fair. It's probably gonna be around 500 pairs and I hope I sell out. That would be great because the reorder for them was expensive and the reorder for the shirts was expensive. So having a big convention this month would really help after the 3 smaller markets, which I did well at but weren't like a Leipzig Book Fair. Leipzig Book Fair, even if it goes poorly, will be better than all 3 of those events combined easily, just by the numbers I made last year as well. So yeah, that is what I have done so far. Let's see what I will do next today. I have some more admin things to do. I need to send off the Kickstarter enamel pin, since people finally finished filling out their reward surveys and have already asked where the pins are. I'm working on that now, and then I will get maybe a smoothie. I think I deserve a smoothie or like a coffee shop break. That's what I'm gonna do now. So see you in a bit.
Is my light good? Is the light good? That's not good. That's not. Oh, okay. Hi. Hi, I'm so excited that you're all here tonight. We're gonna have an incredible period. We're gonna have an incredibly fun night together. Just party and have fun.
Bring them right now. How are you? What's your face on my
so fierce. Oh. That sounds so weird. Because, you know. Because I know. Oh, es wird Oliver klar.
Natürlich, sind 600 Paar Socken.
Nee, aber die Musik.
Ja.
Oh,
Danke, Lisa.
was I did.
Oh, socks.
Oh, boah, das ist gaggy, bitch. Damn. This is real. And it even has the...
It has your name on it.
No, maybe that's fierce.
So, wer hat Frühlingsgefühle mitgebracht heute?
You feel like having to touch. I wanna hold you so much. Who's in this house? There's some whores in this house. Whores in this house. Catch a charge. Yes.
you. No one knows how hard I tried. Oh, I just can't see love. She sees a friend.
Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch.
And I'm back in the studio because, as you can see, I have a lot of orders to get through. These are all just the empty boxes since I had a reel and a TikTok go slightly viral. It was a very silly video about my Schrock socks, my Schrocks, and they kind of blew up my shop in the last 2 days. So what I need to do now is fill all of these boxes and head over to the post office. And I then need to finish sorting all of the drag queen socks you saw me unbox earlier, the Metamorkid and Pandora Nox design. I'm wearing the Metamorkid socks right now. I actually met Meta and Pandora the last 2 days at 2 of their respective shows. Meta did a drag karaoke and Pandora had her drag boom show at Tokyo Boom, which you saw me visit the art market for in last week's vlog, or the week before. Too many vlogs, too many events at the moment. So yeah, I finished designing the packaging for that, and now all I need to do is get through all of these and head to the post office.